Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. And we're coming right back into the story after defeating some giant rats. The vermin dealt with, you stop and examine the room more closely. Aside from where you entered, there are 3 other doors. You can vaguely hear the sound of glass breaking and screeching to the west. The door to the east is deathly quiet, while a strange smell vaguely emanates from the door to the north. So I'm a little turned around here, but I'm assuming, and I can't really see, it's actually, I don't know if I can see very clearly the different entrances, but I'm going to assume that this is the east door, this is the north opening, and this is the west door. So I'm going to go through the west door. What was the description for the west door? Glass breaking and screeching to the west. Well, that doesn't sound particularly good. Although, if this is the north, this doesn't look particularly good either. So, I'll try the west. The door is locked. Okay. So, we can try the east or the north. Let's go to the north first. Leaving the rat room, you find yourself in a rough-hewn antechamber. It appears to be some kind of experiment lab. Tables with assorted vials, flasks, books, and other wizarding paraphernalia litter the room. Well, this is probably bad because our character cannot read, so I'm not sure how much we're going to get out of this particular area. But what catches your attention is a horrid mess near the middle of the room. An acrid smell catches in your nostrils, and you see a pool of oozing, grotesque goo. Thin wisps of vapor rise from the noxious-smelling substance. A chalk outline appears to have been hastily scribbled around the pool and seems to be acting as a magical barrier between the ooze and the rest of the room. It seems that the goo is the result of some kind of accident, and whoever was here has hastily tried to contain it. Well, that sounds like we probably should not examine it then. So at this point, I don't think we can leave and go back this way to the east, so it looks like we have no other choice but to continue on. I don't think our character has the knowledge to deal with things like this, so we're going to go ahead and leave through the northeastern passageway. Okay, on we go. Alright, you pass through an old mine shaft with wooden beams supporting the roof. Continue on. Alright, we might be out of the wizard school area. Mine shaft opens up into a wide cavern, which is effectively a crossroad. The way north and west are high and wide clefts through the rock. The way to the east is much narrower with a low ceiling. Well, we might have learned our lesson from trying to go east and stooping down. So we can go west, which is continuing in a westward direction, or we can go north, where it looks like there's some kind of dog, but also some kind of sword here that I can just make out. That kind of looks interesting. And you never really know where you can double back or you know, where you can't. Oftentimes, once you choose a path, you can't go in any other direction. I'm going to turn west, though. I want to keep going westward. Alright, looks like we've arrived at a place we can rest. As you travel westwards, you're surprised to see a light at the end of the tunnel. Before long, you find yourself standing in a cave mouth a third of the way up the mountain. Before you is a treacherous cliff face. The protruding overhangs and rocky projections might make it possible for a giant scale to the mountainside, but it would be a much greater challenge for anyone of a more diminutive stature. Alright, so a giant could scale the mountain, but okay. Enjoy the view. Alright, take a picturesque view of Valencia. Alright, I guess get an achievement there. The view is incredible. However, the waters of the Red River sparkle in the sunlight, and you can even make out wisps of smoke rising from the dwarf settlement of Stonebridge several leagues away to the west. Alright, we get some luck. I think we were down luck, so that's good. Alright, and we can rest here. And I'm going to sit on the bench and rest. I'm not going to use provisions because there's no need to. I'm only down 5 stamina, so we'll sit on the bench and rest. Okay. 5 stamina, and we're going to return to the junction. Alright, so that was all that was there, but that was good that we went that way because it gives us a save point, and it also heals our wounds. It looks like we can't go north anymore, so it looks like we're going to go east. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but at the same time we got the rest, so I'm pleased with that result. All right, more spiders it looks like. You reach some stone steps that rise upwards, and you begin climbing. A collection of stalactites hang from the ceiling, and by the light of your lantern, you see that the rocky projections are strung with thick spider webs. As you reach a landing, you eye movement above you. Looking up in horror, you see several large red spiders starting to descend towards you, letting themselves down on strong silken threads. All right, more Firetop spiders. We've been fighting a lot of spiders in this playthrough. I do not remember the attacks of the spiders. I believe they had two attacks. They had an attack that shot out straight. There was a web. And then they had another attack. Okay, yeah, I'm fairly certain they only attack straight ahead. So if I move here, I should dodge it. There we go. So this spider is attacking here, and this spider's probably moving. I'm going to go ahead and take a chance here and do a twin charge strike. Okay, we do have a clash here, which we managed to win and kill both spiders. All right, perfect. So we are victorious without taking any injuries. All right, we've defeated the Firetop spiders. That was a little bit of a gamble, but it worked out in the end. With the spiders all dead, you continue to climb the steps. You reach what appears to be a dead end, and feeling around in the darkness, you can make out the shape of a large lever set in the rock wall. Behind you, down the steps, you can hear the sounds of movement. It sounds like more Firetop spiders. With nowhere else to go, what would you do? Well, I would love to add to my 29 kills. Maybe I should move on. I love that he keeps a tally. That's that's really funny. All right, so we can face the spiders or we can pull the lever. I'm a little bit leery of this lever, but I'm going to pull it anyway. The lever feels stiff, and you need to apply all of your strength to pull it down. In the distance, you hear the clunking sounds of an unseen mechanism. The rock that previously blocked your passage slides away, revealing a cave beyond. You can hear the rushing of water in the distance, and the air feels damp. You have a feeling that you are moving into a new section of the mountain. All right, I think we're to the river now. The cave opens up into a chamber. After a moment, you hear the unseen mechanism again, and the rock wall slides back into place. All right. The chamber is covered in sand, and there are two possible ways out here. One leading to what seems to be a cave in the southwest, and a passage widening to the northeast. All right, I think I've gone northeast, and this was the way Dekian Strom went to complete his quest. And if I go that way, we'll encounter probably the sandworms. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the cave because it's somewhere I haven't been before. You're under a small, dry cave. The floor is covered with sand and the walls are thick with cobwebs. Two Firetop spiders skitter down from the wall and approach, ready to attack. All right, it looks like this might be a dead end, so maybe that wasn't the right path. All right, so both spiders are attacking. I think I'm pretty safe to just do a normal attack on this spider. Okay, I think they both queued an attack again, so I'm just going to attack normally. All right, so this one I think is going to move, so I'm going to do a twin charge strike. And we got it. Easy enough. I think we've figured out the mechanics of the spiders pretty well, considering how many of them we've been fighting. All right. You finish off the Firetop spiders, and they collapse to the ground with a horrific shriek. Their legs curl up, and they finally lie still. The only thing within the Firetop spider's nest of interest is a rather sinister-looking niche covered in thick webbing. All right, I'm going to investigate. You approach the small niche and begin to enter. The sticky webbing starts to cling to you as soon as you touch it. Slowly and awkwardly, you wander deeper into the cave, failing to notice the shining eyes behind you. There is a small, brief sting, and you drift off into dreamless sleep. Waking up, you discover that you have been wrapped in a cocoon. Struggling to free yourself, you discover you are unable to move. As you attempt to move your head, you see the corpse of another unfortunate adventurer. You are filled with a nauseous feeling of dread. Without warning, the body bursts open and a thousand small spiders swarm out, heading straight towards their latest meal. All you can do is scream in agony as they begin to feed on you. Soon you cannot even do that as they fill your mouth. Wow. All right, that was brutal. Your last memory is of spiders feeding on you and the burning pain of 1,000 bites. Okay, we just died. Yes, we're going to be resurrected. It's going to bring us back a little bit. But we can deal with this. So we're going to have to fight the spiders again, unfortunately. As it's not going to give me any other choice. We kind of know the right thing to do here. So I'm confident we can fight these spiders. Alright, so they're both going to attack me. Probably. Yep. So we're just going to move. Alright, that one queued an attack and this one's going to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Blade Storm here. And I should... Oh, no, that was the wrong move. Alright, I think they're both going to move, unfortunately. So I'm going to move... I'm going to move here. Okay, they're both going to attack. I'm just going to attack here. Okay, I think this one shook again, so I'm going to attack. Alright, this one's going to probably move. So, I'll attack where I think it's going to go. Oh, well, obviously I failed. We'll just move. We should be safe there. Okay, it's queuing another attack. We'll Twin Charge Strike and kill it. Okay. Again, no real issue there. I don't know if I gained additional souls or not. We might have actually lost what souls we gathered before we died. I'm not actually sure how that works. Okay, so we're just going to pull the lever and continue on. We kind of know what's going to happen here. Okay. So, I'm not going to bother entering into the cave because as much as we could kill those spiders, there wasn't any really other point. And that is actually the first time I've ever encountered a choice where I had a multiple choice and it was just straight up, you die! So, we're going to have to be aware of that possibility. And if we're going to encounter the sandworms here, there's the possibility... Okay, the passage runs northwards, and ahead you can hear the splashing of underground river. There becomes cool and fresh. You soon reach a wide opening of a riverbank where the water churns as it passes between an unevenly spaced line of rocks that look like they might reach across the other side. My training isn't going well so far. My tally must be around 29, and I need to be doing better than that if I am to challenge the Trial of Champions. Alright. Well, the sandbank has a carved wooden bench, a convenient resting place to the east. The river flows through a cave and the rock. Okay. I know for a fact if I rest here, I will be attacked by sandworms. The battle is really difficult, and there's no real reward for doing the battle. So yes, I get a save place here, which might be useful, but considering that I have a save state that's not too far back, I don't think it's worth it, so I'm just going to go right out to the water's edge. There appear to be two ways you can go from here. You can either try to cross the river using your regularly spaced rocks as stepping stones, or you can jump into the river and continue on your way by swimming downstream. Which will it be? I think I'm going to go into the stream because I have been across the way and there are rewards over there. But I know I'm probably going to have to take a skill check to cross the rocks, which I don't want to fail. So I'm just going to wade into the stream. Alright, this looks familiar. The current is strong and takes you swiftly downstream. Ah, so cold. You're washed along through a narrow opening and out onto a large cavern with banks on both sides. Climb out onto the south bank. You find yourself on the south bank of an underground river. It looks like you need to get to the north bank. And there appears to be 4 ways of crossing. I don't actually know how much gold I have at this point. I have 10 gold, okay. So I've been here before through Alexander of Black Sand. To your left, there is a rusted bell with a plank of wood. You cannot read what it says. There's a small raft in front of you on the bank with a long stick resting beside it. You could punt across the river. A rickety old bridge crosses on the right. If you don't trust any of these, you may swim. That sounds like a stupid idea. I'm not keen to get into that water again. Okay, which will you choose? Well, I know if I ring the bell, the ferryman's going to show up. I could punt the raft across, or I could risk the bridge. Now, I honestly don't know what 3 of these choices do. I know what ring the bell does, but I have no idea what punt the raft across or risk the bridge do. I'm assuming the rickety bridge probably is a skill check. Punt the raft across, I have no idea. Maybe I get attacked, I don't know. Ring the bell, I know the ferryman comes and I have to pay them gold. I'm going to try punt the raft across. This is kind of an experimental playthrough anyway, so let's see what other options we have open to us. You climb onto the raft and start to punt your way across the river. The going is not easy. In the middle of the river, the raft seems to take on a will of its own and bobs up and down dangerously. You realize it is attempting to capsize itself and throw you into the river. I'm going to hold on and keep punting to the north side. You manage to hold on and somehow bring the raft under your control. However, the current is pulling you downstream. I'd be happy to see where the river takes me. Okay, go with the flow, I guess. The current quickens, and by the glow of the luminescent moss, you can see the protruding rocks and churning white water of rapids. Well, he wants to see what's over here, so I'm going to prepare to negotiate the rapids. The raft slams into one of the rocks, and you fall down into the icy cold water. Try not to drown. The current carries you beyond the rapids. Ahead of you, the water is being drawn down in. That seems like a little bit of a typo. The water is being drawn into a sucking whirlpool. The whirlpool pulls you under into the churning darkness of the underground river. You struggle to hold your breath as the current buffets you, knocking you against the rocky walls of the river's course. Test your skill. Well, this is not really the result I'm looking for, but we did pass. Okay. Fight against the incredible current. Just when you think you can't hold your breath any longer, you feel yourself rising. Your head breaks the surface again, and you gulp down great lungfuls of air. You're carried through another high-roof cavern through the river's outflow. By the dim glow lighting the cavern around you, you make your way up onto a rocky ledge to your right. All right. We'll go ahead and swim to the rocky ledge. This doesn't sound like a good thing. Grabbing hold of a jutting outcrop, you take a moment to recover your breath before pulling yourself up onto the ledge. The ledge narrows, and there is no way for you to continue along. To your left, the river races away towards distant daylight. Just as you are considering your options, your ears are beset by a high-pitched shrieking, and a flock of bats ascend from the roof above to drive you from their cave home. All right, we're going to have to fight bats. So this is possibly a dangerous course that we've gone down. All right, I have no idea how these bats work. I can't remember if I've fought bats before or not. If I have, I think I remember them being fairly dangerous. But I'm going to go ahead and... I'm fairly certain they're going to move. Let's move. Okay, I just saw 2 attacks queued. We could play a risk here and do a twinge charge strike and hope that we kill them both. Because they might attack diagonally, and if I move, then they won't hit me. Alright, so we just had to roll off here. I did get hit, unfortunately. Looks like both of them are going to move. I don't know their rules for moving, though. I can assume that they move straight forward, and if that's the case, I won't attack here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I don't know how these things attack, so I think the best move is to move back. Okay, it looks like they do an attack here. Okay. That's good to know. I'm assuming this guy's going to move forward, so we'll attack him. Okay, it looks like they're both going to move here. I'm just going to go ahead and cue an attack. Alright, they both shoved each other, so nobody moved. I think that guy cued an attack. It's kind of hard to make out, though. Should be able to hit me, though, right? So we'll just do an attack. Okay, I think I judged that right. I'm going to go ahead and do a Blade Storm here, because I'm fairly certain it's going to move there. And hopefully we finish it off. Okay, so we won. I think I took 1 damage, maybe? Yeah, 1 damage. That's not too bad. You have defeated the bats. When you have slain many of their number, the bats break off their attack and return to their roosts in the roof of the cave. You have no choice but to dive back into the water and see where the current takes you. Alright, so the consequence of doing that fight was that we had to fight. Alright, we'll go with the flow of the current. I really do love the visual style of this game, though. Alright, it looks like we may have made it. The current deposits you on a sandy bank. As you get to your feet, you look around and find yourself probably in a large cave with damp walls. There's also a strange and pleasant slime oozing out of cracks in the walls. I have kind of noticed some grammar and I'd say mostly grammar issues in the dialogue here and there. Hopefully that's things that they eventually fix. Alright. I think that's enough swimming for one day. Another challenge awaits, it seems. You start to search the cave for a way out when suddenly shapes emerge from the slimy walls. 3 slime zombies, cadavers of unfortunate adventurers, now animated mindlessly by the slime they are encased in. As you draw your weapon to defend yourself, a horrifying slime worm appears from within the slime to join the ambush. Alright. Here we go. I don't like the idea of a slime worm. Okay, that guy queued an attack, this guy queued a move. I have no idea how any of these guys move or behave. Maybe the best course of action is to sidestep over here. Alright. So it does look like they do a little bit of a unique attack here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my twin charge attack here, hopefully hitting this guy. And killing him. Alright, so we have a bunch of queued attacks against me. I don't want to get hit by any of those, so I think the safe course of... I might get hit if I sidestep, though. If I back up, though, I'm going to get penned in, and that would be bad. But I might be able to make it out if I do that. So we're just going to back up. Okay, that was the right course of action, I think. I'm going to go ahead and do a blade storm here, because I think this zombie is going to move up. Okay, so this guy queued an attack. I'm fairly certain he can attack here and here okay. I don't know if the worm can attack all the way over here or not, but I'm not going to give it a chance. I'm going to go ahead and... Alternatively, I just get into combat with this guy and we do a clash. As long as I roll okay, we should be okay. Okay, it looks like we're going to get attacked here. Unfortunately, I can't finish off the zombie, so I'm going to have to move. Okay, the zombie's attacking me. The worm might be attacking me. I kind of missed that. So I'm going to move, just to be on the safe side. Okay. I think that was the right course of action. I'm going to go ahead and do my twin charge strike here, because I think these guys... Well, I don't know that for sure. But I kind of want to move out of this area. I could just do a normal attack in case they just shove each other, because that might happen. I'm just going to queue a normal attack. Okay, so this thing queued an attack. Probably twin charge strike past it would be the right move. On the other hand, I think this guy queued an attack, so that might be a bad move. I just wanted to get it to rotate so I can do this. I might get hit here. Okay, I was lucky. I think this guy's going to move forward, and we'll kill him. Alright, we got out of that, I think, without getting hit. Yeah, I was correct. We got a lot of souls out of that. That's good. So I've defeated the monsters. With the horde slime worm and slime zombies disposed of, you can look for a way out of this dangerous cavern, but first you decide to check the creatures for spoils. The slime worm was nothing as you expect. The slime worm was nothing as you expect, but as you search the sticky slime-covered body of the slime zombies, you discovered a few useful items. Firstly, some gold pieces, and secondly, a potion of skill. You clean the excess goop from the things and stow them in your pack. 4 gold pieces. Alright, tracing your fingers across the end of the cave, you find a hidden crank hidden crack that you hadn't noticed before, which leads to a winding passage. Out of curiosity, these potions of skill, I can use. And I'm kind of curious, would that be a good idea to use because I am down on skill? I don't know how beneficial these are. For instance, I can't use the potion of fortune because I'm already as high as I can go. But if I use the potion of skill, it probably will bring my skill level back up. So should I use it? I'm going to go ahead and use it and see what happens. Right, so it brought my skill back up to the full point. I don't know if that was the right move or not, but you know, that's a lot of the game, so figuring out what you need to do. Alright, the passage leads back to the Dwarven halls and the room containing the paintings that you were in earlier. I don't remember anything like that. You decide you need to get back to the river and make your way to the north bank to progress through the mountain. Alright, so I wasn't at that part. It kind of made an assumption that I went the way that Alexander or Blacksand went, which I didn't. Okay, you went back to the south bank of the underground river. You definitely do not want to end up in the water again, so you decide to make a different choice this time. Whew. Well, I can't do the raft because the raft's over there. Oh, no, wait, no, I can. Alright, fine, we'll risk the bridge. I want to see what every choice does. The timbers of the bridge are rotting and decayed. From years of neglect, a single plank snaps under your foot. Test your skill. Okay, looks like we've succeeded. Reached the end of the bridge. Alright, you reach the end of the rickety bridge. To your right is a wooden shack that looks like some kind of boathouse on the shore. We'll go ahead and investigate it. You head towards the wooden building. The only means of entry appears to be a solid-looking wooden door. There's a sign above the door, but you cannot read it. The door is firmly locked, but a small barred window allows you to look inside. You can see a number of skeletons working on building a boat of some sort. Okay. They move in a series of quick jerky actions, rather insect-like. Okay. I think breaking down the door would probably be a bad move. I don't know what the sign said. So we're more than likely going to get a fight if I go in here. You know what? What the hell? Break down the door. There's no way you're going to charge the door down, as it is 4 inches of solid oak. You bruise your arm at the attempt. Well, that was not ideal. Okay, you can only get through the door if you have the boathouse key. Go to the riverbank. Okay, we probably get the key from the shack to the west. Let's go ahead and explore that. I think in my previous playthrough I just kind of backed out. We walk across the sandy riverbank, leading to the nearby shack. There is a door leading into the shack, which seems to be unlocked. Go through the door. You're in a small, foul-smelling room. You notice 2 doors, one to the west and one behind you to the south. The furniture in the room is sparse and is made mostly from bits of old boats. There appears to be nothing of value in the room. The old man in ragged clothes is slumped again, asleep on a bench made from half a rowing boat, snoring loudly. Next to him is a vicious-looking brown dog with red eyes and black teeth, which you have awoken, that is now eyeing you suspiciously. A deep growl is coming from its throat. I don't really want to harm that animal. It's only looking after its master. Okay, what we're going to do is bang on the door behind you to wake the old man. The old man's eyes flutter open. He sees you and grabs for a half oar lying by his bench. You tell him you mean him no harm, but he remains on guard and eyes you cautiously. Although he looks harmless enough, his dog could be dangerous. The man's boots are undone. Okay. We'll ask him some questions. When you begin talking, he becomes angry and bids you be gone. He'll have nothing to do with adventurers. His dog senses his anger and snarls menacingly. Stay and try and pacify him. As you attempt to calm him down, you only succeed in making him angrier. Traitor, he shouts! The old man shouts a command at the dog and he gets ready to attack. We'll go ahead and draw our weapon. The dog springs as you move. Its hideous black black teeth are coming straight for your throat. 2 meters from you, a blast of fire shoots from its mouth right at your face. Oh boy. All right, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here, kind of leave it at on a cliffhanger. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.